Welcome back to SlotSync News. This is your February Week 4 update. And this week, everything changed. The new Racing Class Championship system is officially live, and the impact was immediate. More drivers, tighter competition, and for the first time, real head-to-head racing across the board. This past week marked our first full round of events, using the new format, moving away from brand-based championships and into true racing classes. Instead of separating drivers by manufacturer, we're now grouping them by how the cars actually perform on track. Prototypes run with prototypes, Modern GT runs with Modern GT, Formula One runs with Formula One. And what that does is bring drivers into the same field, competing directly against each other. Not spread across different championships, but racing head-to-head in the same class. And right away, we started to see the impact. Compared to the previous brand-based format, the average number of drivers per championship increased this week. And the reason is simple. Instead of splitting drivers across multiple manufacturer championships, they're now brought together in shared classes. More drivers in the same events competing head-to-head. And that shift alone is already changing the level of competition across the board. And the biggest difference this week? You can see it in the lap times. Across multiple classes, the gaps are no longer just about who wins. They're showing how competitive the field really is. In Group 5, for example, the gap from first to last was around 15 seconds. But within that, several drivers were tightly grouped together in the middle of the field. And that pattern showed up across other classes as well. Clear leaders at the top, but real battles happening throughout the grid. That tells us something important. Positions aren't being decided by who shows up. They're being earned on the track. And in endurance events, those gaps only grow over time, putting even more emphasis on consistency, not just speed. And if you want a perfect example of how tight things have become, you don't have to look very far. In the Carrera 124 no magnet class this week, the gap between first and second place was just 0.2 of a second. That's not a gap you can see. That's a gap you can feel. One corner, one lift, one small mistake, making all the difference. And that's what this new system is creating. Races that aren't decided early, but decided in the details. All right, time for our one silly award of the week. Tonight's Almost Had It award goes to Steve from AZ Motorsports. In Carrera 124 no magnet class, the gap to first place was just 0.2 of a second. One corner, one lift, one moment. Steve, you were right there. And that's what makes this one sting. And before we wrap up the racing this week, we need to take a look at the main leaderboard. Because last month, Lucifer didn't just set the pace. He took control of the board. With a 49.351, he currently holds the club record. And just to make sure nobody else gets comfortable, he backed it up with another top 3 time. So right now, if you're looking at the leaderboard, you're not just chasing a lap time, you're chasing Anders. And coming up, we're going one-on-one with the man himself, club record holder, Anders from Lucifer Raceway. Joining us now, club record holder and one of the most active drivers in the club, Anders from Lucifer Raceway. So Anders, you've been pretty active in the club lately. Is that a strategic decision, or do you just like making it harder for the rest of us?
Well, so it's mainly because I enjoy it so much. And through the beta testing, I was really active, and I realized I was really bad. I mean, I was pounded by everybody. So I just realized I have to put the hours behind it. It's like with anything, 10,000 hours before you get even half decent on something. So that's what I've been doing.
Logging the hours. I like to hear it. Now, when you're not setting fast laps, what does a typical race day look like? Are we talking focused preparation or just show up and send it?
Well, I mean, there's of course the obligatory media part. I have to do the interviews and so forth. So they all want to meet, the Renaissance man of slot cars. They talk about Babe Ruth, Jim Thorpe, etc., and name my name with those. But that's what happens when you do total dominance in speed. So After that, I do try to get some practice laps. I tune the cars. I spend a lot of time working on the cars. So yeah, that's a pretty normal day.
We might circle back to that comparison to Babe Ruth, but we'll get back to that. At this point, do you feel like you're part of the competition or more of a problem that the rest of the club is trying to solve?
Well, so let's put it this way. This is a controversial question you're asking here, but like in F1, there's a lot of banned technology. You have some peak engineering geniuses that come up with traction control or active suspension or fan cars, and immediately it's banned, right? Or you try to do something with rules so that it's outnumbered. And now, since both my fast cars, which are, let's see, right here,
There they
that's
are.
number one, number two. And there's actually a scratch build right here, but that's going to be revealed maybe today, maybe not. But then, of course, people try to change the rules and put the GT or remove NSRs from as a class in championships, or move it into a different class that's not part of the championships. Now, luckily, we have a good chairman and founder of this club that's helping me fighting the battle and putting the GT40 in the class where it belongs. So I think it's more of a problem that people are trying to solve.
That is quite the hot topic right now, and I'm surprised we went there, but
But you
good for
started it.
you. No, no, it's good for you. One thing we've seen with the new system is more drivers competing head to head. Have you noticed a difference in how the races feel compared to before?
Well, so to be a bit serious, I love the new changes with the new classes and all that. One way or the other, whatever we decide and end up with, I'm having so much fun. Even with cars, I'm not breaking records with. It's just fantastic. And I think the way the setup is now, the new setup, it's going to allow more people to race in more classes. So I think it's fantastic. It's really good.
That's a great answer and a great sentiment to get a little bit mushy, weird right now, but
Yeah.
I
When are
have
you
to
sending
remind
me the
myself.
$100, by the way?
I have to remind myself that every once in a while when I get a little fired up that we're just here to have fun and race cars. So
Exactly.
that's a good sentiment. I appreciate that. What in the grand scheme of the club through beta testing and now that we're live and making some changes and that sort of thing, what's been your favorite moment in the club so far, besides, of course, your fast lap times?
Well, so I think, there's so many things. I did love the beta testing where you could be part of something that's evolving, developing, and you could impact the outcome. That was a lot of fun. Sometimes some troubles, before we figured everything out, but I love that process to be able to be part of that and contribute in one way. Even if it's a small way, but at least somehow be able to contribute. So that's one big thing. And then the community on Discord, as long that comes along with the slot car racing, we're having all kinds of discussions with, people are asking questions. Oh, this happened to my NASCAR. Has this happened to anyone else? And we're helping each other, trying to figure out the issues. So it's so multidimensional. And if people just could figure that out and see the greatness of this, that it's more than just doing fast lap times or the racing part. There's a lot more like it.
That is great, because I have noticed that when people first come in to the club and first join, they struggle with realizing that they're not as fast as they thought they were on the system. 2 weeks later, they've done 1,000 more laps than they've ever done in the history of their slot car track, and they're moving up the leaderboard. And so that's a great sentiment, is spending time on it and appreciating it and asking questions. Great sentiment there.
Yeah.
And
It's
finally,
kind of like it's a kind
Go
of a
ahead.
return of investment. I mean, you spent a lot of time or money on cars and tracks, and now you're getting some return of it. So
absolutely, without having to leave your home.
yeah, exactly.
And finally, for just one last question, what For everyone watching right now, trying to catch you on the main leaderboard, what's the one thing you think that they are underestimating?
I think it's so many things. I mean, if you are an iconic legend, I mean, how do you become the Muhammad Ali of boxing and so forth? I mean, it's you can't describe that really in words. Either you got it or you don't. And I think it's just don't give up, you know. Or what I say to my competition, that, you know, it's never too late to give up. As you know.
Okay.
But we can, as a consolation prize for everybody, is that I do suck in every single other class and every single other car besides those two cars. So I like literally like suck. So yeah, I'm bad.
The cars are making the man, is what he's saying. But you know, sometimes the right driver paired up with the right car on the right track just is a beautiful thing.
That is so. And now I'm really excited about my scratch build, my first proper scratch build, like from scratch build. I mean, we could, if you want to, we could do a reveal here.
Please, let us see it.
The up and coming club champion car. Are you ready? This
Drum
is
roll,
so-
please. Boom. I should have known. I should have known. You
There we
saw it
go.
here first, folks.
Yeah, you saw it first here. This is a scratch build, and I think this is going to break all the records you've ever seen on the track. So I'm still working on the braids here. So once that is fixed, it will be racing, and watch out.
We'll know there's something fishy going on if we see that one at the top of the leaderboard. Anders, thank you so much for spending some time with us this morning, this evening, whatever time you're watching this program. Thank you for joining us. Congratulations on your 2 track records, or club records, I should say. I appreciate you. Do you have anything else to say to the group before we sign off?
Well, first of all, thank you to all the founders and all the hard work you have put in and you are continuously putting in. So that's so much appreciated. And for those of you who are not in slot sync racing, just get in with the program. Drink the Kool-Aid and join the club. It's so much fun.
You heard it here. Anders wants you to join. He's talking to you. Whoever that is, he's talking to you. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Now that's going to do it for the February Week 4 update. The new championship system is live, the competition is tighter than ever, and the leaderboard is officially under pressure. We'll see you next week to find out who steps up and who starts closing the gap. As always here at Slot Sync Racing, race anywhere and sync everywhere. That was great. Interview was fun, it was exciting, good format, explained how we're switching, but that scratch build car, I hope he knows we're not making a scratch build category just for a nuts and bolts of spark plug slot car. I don't know, we might need to send him a message, a follow-up message.